kind of the obvious question, Marcelino, just how's kind of the last couple of weeks been for you? I think Coach said you just now kind of coming to the surgery part of it, but how tough was the injury news? And I guess just kind of how do you reimagine the way that you can impact this team now? It's not the first time, obviously, you've had to deal with kind of a longer-term injury. So do you kind of maybe harken back to some of your experiences from a couple of years ago in terms of knowing how to still be kind of an important voice, even if you're not on the field?
Right. So the injury is not that difficult. I kind of throughout this COVID year, I found a space of relaxation as far as my mental goes. So when the injury came, it was bad or whatever, but my mental was so good that I really didn't it didn't really affect me as too bad. You know, once a Saturday college games started going, as far as an SEC, ACC, watching them play, it kind of like was like, well, like when the Big Ten, when we start playing, it's kind of gonna hit me more and more. But I'm keeping my mind free with trying to, communicate and stay close to the team. Trying to keep whatever I was improving on mentally on the game, like to keep improving on that, helping out my teammates. Like I remember after our first scrimmage, I went over to Cam's house. It was supposed to be just a brief moment, but I ended up staying there for like an hour or two, just watching film, telling him how I would, get past the blocker, or what I would see, what I see in this offensive concept, and what's the bait and everything like that. So like helping them out, watching them achieve, it's kind of like been I mean, that's really about it. It's either helping your teammates out and being a resource for them, or being nothing. So I'd rather be a resource, be a reason why we improve and win games from the sideline view, rather than mope around because I'm not playing. So gotta mature.
All right, Kevin, then Matt Weaver.
Yeah, Marcelino, would you consider a medical redshirt for a 6th year and come back, or would you want to get your pro career started?
I'm worried about this year. We got 8 games. We got 8 teams. We got Penn State this Saturday. That's all I'm worried about. You know what I'm saying? So I get surgery Friday, but I'm still planning to be at the game on Saturday. So we rolling.
Matt, then John Blau.
Hey, Marcelino, how's it going, man?
I'm good.
Obviously, Bryant Fitzgerald's a guy he started at Husky a couple years ago. He's gotten some reps there, mainly been a safety. But since you went down and he's kind of moved into that starting role, what have you seen from him? What gives you confidence that he's going to play well and pick up where you left off?
Yeah, so he came in as a Husky going into my sophomore year. He was going to be a freshman, and he's got this confidence about him. And although he couldn't play that year because it was like a whole situation or whatever, not a bad thing or whatever, but he couldn't play that year. He was redshirted that year. And then the following year, he played as a redshirt freshman at free safety, and he brought that confidence to him. He came off with 3 interceptions. Like, to me, honestly, he's like a Jamal Adams. Like, he's not like the Jamal Adams, but like he's like, in my eyes, he comes off as a Jamal Adams. Just his fearlessness, his ability to tap blockers, to make tackles, to get down the coverage, to bait quarterback. So I feel like he gonna pick up where I left off. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely gonna patrol that area as far as wide receivers not gonna run bubbles. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna want to block them. Tight ends, it don't matter who it is. We don't get blocked in my position. It don't matter who it is. So getting into coverage, being a run stopper, he gonna do it all. So I have no problem with or no worries with 31 right there. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is when I got hurt on that Monday, whatever day it was, I called him and I was like, "Hey man, be ready." He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm already here." Like he already knew, like, his time could be up. Like, it could be that situation that it is that it's a season-ending injury, but he was like, "Oh, I'm here." So no hesitation, no surrender.
Right, John, then Dylan.
Could you elaborate? You talked about getting your mental right during the off season. I mean, what led to that? I mean, why was that something that you really stressed and emphasized, and what particularly was it that helped you, get in a better place?
Well, I feel like, I mean, we all have things that, like, we have bad days. Sometimes we go through little situations that seems hard to get out of. And for me, it was just personal things, right? So with COVID happening, it's a terrible situation to be in, with COVID, it's killing a lot of people and it's leaving people unemployed and everything like that. For me, it was a sense of like a time to just kind of get my mind right, to be at home, take time off. I took some time off and then finally get back into training and then finally just get my mind right. Just what I want. Why am I playing football? You know what I'm saying? Get down to the root of why am I doing something? Why am I waking up? You know what I'm saying? So when I found my reason why and just my reason why I play football or whatever reason I do something, it kind of like, okay, kind of helped me subtract things that is like the risk reward for this. I don't want to do it. Or as far as football, I want that. I want the rewards for that. You know what I'm saying? I want the rewards of having teammates and building relationships and winning and competing. I'm sorry, I just moved everything. I love that. So that made me get back into my zone. But also, I kind of have like bad. I would say I have bad anxiety, like really bad. So throughout the COVID, it just made me just go relax. Like, you've been doing this for so long, I feel like I just got my confidence back. Like, although 2019 was a good year personally for me, as a team, we went crazy, 8-4. But for me, it was a terrible year. I don't care how I look at it. And I just had to like sit back and think like, man, regardless of what happened, man, just to get your confidence that you got to say you're the best. I was like, I'm the best. So I trained like the best all COVID, train hard as ever. And I really feel like it showed throughout the 13 days I was out there. Like, nobody could outrun me. I did not want to get off the field. I was impeccable. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but yeah, man, I just feel like I was just so nonchalant, and it feels so good to be like this. And I just hope to keep it where I'm at. Just total zen.
All right, Dylan, last one from Marcelino.
Yeah, you've mentioned just wanting to be a resource for your teammates, and obviously they voted you as one of the captains of the team. I guess just how much did that mean to you? And how much does it kind of prove to you that you are kind of being that resource, that they still kind of want you to kind of be one of their leaders?
Yeah, no, it feels good. Honestly, I didn't think I'd be a captain. I felt like being here so long, I just felt like being here so long and the team players we have now, it's like Tawan, Cam, Micah, Stevie. We got some guys, like everybody's some guys. Jamar Johnson, Moss. I can go on. And so I felt like in my class is only me, Jerome, and Mackenzie. It was just a sense of like it's really it's our team, but it's really their team. So like I felt like I shouldn't have been the captain, but because I am, it just I definitely appreciate it. Like, really, I do. And before this year started, I already had put in my mind that I'm gonna help compete and win, win games and stuff like that. Pre ACL injury, I was like, I'm gonna be a part of this team. I'm gonna help. But I already had in my mind then I was gonna be more of a resource, or just like I was gonna play a role in the sense of do my job. I'm gonna help everyone. I'm gonna be attentive, have my mental right, make sure everybody's straight. But just, I don't know. I didn't think I'd be in the captain role, which I appreciate even more. So like now that I'm in that role, it's just like I gotta like up it. Up what I do. Like I said, when it comes to games or the week study. I got like figure out some things I see that I can address to my teammates better than the coaches can kind of communicate with my teammates, if that makes sense. So this feels good. Definitely appreciate it. Wish I could be out there, obviously, but you know, hey man, fear none, to everything. So that's what we're gonna do.